We all crave peace. We long for that sense of calm, that quiet confidence in who we are, but sometimes the biggest battles we face aren't fought on some distant field. They rage within the quiet of our own minds. We find ourselves pulled in different directions, torn between what we want and what we think we should do. This, my friends, is the essence of inner conflict. It's a struggle that unites us all, a universal experience of the human heart. These internal battles can be exhausting, leaving us feeling drained and uncertain, but there's hope. Understanding inner conflict, learning to recognize its presence in our lives and finding healthy ways to navigate it is the key to unlocking a deeper sense of peace and wholeness. Inner conflicts are essentially disagreements within ourselves. They erupt when different parts of us, our values, desires, needs, or beliefs clash. It's like having a committee in your head and each member has a different opinion on how to proceed. These conflicts can stem from various sources. Sometimes they arise from external pressures, societal expectations that rub against our authentic selves. Other times they spring from internal struggles, perhaps unresolved emotions or conflicting values we hold dear. Regardless of their origin, inner conflicts are a normal part of the human experience. We are complex beings, and it's natural for different aspects of ourselves to sometimes be at odds. Recognizing this is the first step towards understanding and managing these internal battles. Let's bring this idea of inner conflict to life with a few relatable examples. Imagine a young woman, Sarah, offered a promotion at work. It's a fantastic opportunity, one she's worked hard for, but it requires relocating, leaving behind her close-knit family and the comfort of familiar surroundings. Sarah's ambition pulls her towards the challenge and excitement of the new role, while her deep love for her family anchors her to her current life. This is an inner conflict, a tug-of-war between ambition and love. Or picture David, a talented musician torn between pursuing his passion and choosing a more stable career path, perhaps one that brings disapproval from his loved ones. His heart beats for music, but the fear of financial instability and the desire for his family's approval create a powerful counterforce. These are just glimpses into the countless inner conflicts we encounter throughout our lives. Whether it's a decision about relationships, career choices, or simply how to spend our precious time, these internal struggles are a constant thread in the tapestry of human experience. Unresolved inner conflicts don't just reside quietly in our minds. They have a ripple effect, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in profound ways. Prolonged inner conflict can lead to stress, anxiety, and a persistent sense of unease. We might find it difficult to make decisions, plagued by doubts and second-guessing ourselves at every turn. Relationships can suffer as we project our internal turmoil onto those around us. Our work, our creativity, our very joy in living can be diminished when we're locked in an ongoing battle within. Recognizing the impact of inner conflicts is crucial. It's a call to acknowledge their presence and address them with compassion and understanding. When we ignore these internal struggles, we deny ourselves the opportunity for growth, peace, and genuine fulfillment. Becoming aware of our inner conflicts is often the first hurdle. We might feel a vague sense of unease, a restlessness we can't quite place, or perhaps we're plagued by indecision, our minds caught in an endless loop of what-ifs and should-haves. Pay attention to your emotions. Are you experiencing frequent frustration, anxiety, or a sense of being torn? These emotional cues can be valuable signposts alerting us to the presence of inner conflict. Journaling, meditation, or simply taking time for quiet reflection can create space for these conflicts to surface. When we slow down, tune in, and listen to the whispers of our hearts, we begin to gain clarity on the internal battles we may be fighting. The temptation to ignore inner conflicts is strong. After all, facing our internal struggles can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. But true peace doesn't come from avoiding the difficult. It comes from having the courage to turn towards it, to acknowledge the reality of what's within. Start by acknowledging the conflict. Name it, write it down, speak it aloud. Giving voice to these internal struggles diminishes their power and allows us to approach them with greater clarity. Remember, you are not alone in this. We are all engaged. in our own unique internal battles. Approaching these conflicts with self-compassion and understanding is essential. It's not about judging ourselves for the struggle, but rather offering ourselves the same kindness and support we would extend to a dear friend. Resolving inner conflicts is a journey, not a destination. There's no magic formula, but there are practical strategies that can help us navigate these internal battles with greater ease and grace. One powerful tool is journaling. Putting our thoughts and feelings into words can be incredibly clarifying. It allows us to externalize the conflict, to see it from a new perspective. Ask yourself, what are the different perspectives at play here? What values are in conflict? What are my deepest needs and desires in this situation? Another helpful strategy is to engage in activities that quiet the mind and nourish the soul. This could be spending time in nature, practicing yoga or meditation, listening to calming music, or engaging in any activity that brings a sense of peace and centeredness. The journey towards inner peace is paved with self-awareness, compassion, and a willingness to face our internal world with open hearts. It's about recognizing that conflict, both internal and external, is a natural part of life. It's how we choose to engage with these conflicts that determines our experience. When we approach our inner conflicts with curiosity rather than judgment, with a willingness to listen and understand, we create space for healing and growth. We learn to navigate these internal battles with greater skill, transforming them from sources of stress and anxiety into opportunities for deeper self-discovery. Remember, inner peace is not a fixed state. It's an ongoing practice, a conscious choice we make each day to approach ourselves and our experiences with kindness, acceptance, and a willingness to embrace the fullness of who we are. Life is messy, beautiful, and full of complexities, and so are we. Our inner conflicts are not flaws to be eradicated, but rather threads in the rich tapestry of our being. They add depth, texture, and meaning to our lives. So, let us embrace the journey, my friends. Let us meet our inner conflicts with courage, compassion, and a deep knowing that within each of us lies an incredible capacity for healing, growth, and the realization of our own unique and beautiful version of inner peace.